What's going on, y'all? It's your man Big K, and we back again for another awesome YouTube video. Today we'll do something super delicious. Just some good old ribeye steaks. We made up two butters. One's a horseradish butter, one's just a good old butter for the boss. She don't like horseradish, but that's all right. We're gonna season them up super simple with salt and pepper, and they're gonna be awesome. We're gonna get on the Primo ceramic grills with the awesome griddle attachment they got. Sear them bad boys off, get an awesome crust, and it's gonna be delicious. Y'all stick around. Alright, y'all, it's time to get this garlic ready for this delicious compound butter we're fixing to make. Got 2 heads of garlic. We're just gonna barely shave the top of this off here to where it just kind of opens it up. Gonna do that to both of these. Now we got them opened up, let me show you what we're gonna do. Lace down a sheet of aluminum foil, get that bulb of garlic right on there. Take a dash of olive oil, we ain't got much left. Just a little dash of olive oil, cover that up. Roll it up, it's as simple as that. We're gonna pop these in a 350-degree oven for about 45 to 60 minutes, just depends how long it takes to get them good and soft. First things first, we're gonna need some parsley. We're just gonna come in here and give it a good chop. Chop it up like it owes you some money. First butter up is the Boss Lady's butter. This is a good compound butter. Got some chives in it, let's make it up. 1 good pinch of chives to our 1.5 stick of room temperature butter. Head of roasted garlic, it's good and soft. We're just gonna squeeze it in. I mean, look at all that goodness. Two good pinches of a Parmesan cheese. Just 1 good splash of W sauce. Come back in and give it a mix. Almost forgot something, y'all. Fresh cracked black pepper. This was her request too. She would have killed me. Now we got our pepper, we're just gonna keep mixing. We got a piece of plastic wrap laid out. We're just gonna spoon our butter in there. Look at all that. You can see the parsley, the color from the garlic, gotta have the pepper. We don't wanna leave none behind. We're getting all that goodness. Come back. Roll it tight. Just roll the ends. Put that in the fridge to get nice and firm, and you'll be ready to go. Let's get on to this horseradish butter. 1.5 sticks room temperature butter. Good couple pinches of chives. Or parsley, not chives. After you got your parsley, come back in with a whole lot of black pepper. Look at Worcestershire. Can't forget that parm. That's gonna be good right there. Since this is my butter, we're coming in with about 2 teaspoons, that's all I got. About 1.5 teaspoons fresh horseradish. Let's come back in and give it a mix. Spoon all this out onto our plastic. Like I said, if you were doing more, you could double this up, but we're just doing 2 steaks. And like I said, she don't like horseradish, so we're making mama her own butter. Let's get these bad boys in the fridge. We'll be back to cook some steak here in a little bit. We're starting off with 2 ribeyes that are a little over 1 inch a piece, a little over 1 pound a piece. These things are super marbled. They got a good spinalis and they're prime beef. Let's get them out of the package and get them seasoned up. Like I said, these things are prime, over 1 inch thick, over 1 pound a piece. Good marbling. We're leaving all that fat, everything on them, and it's gonna be delicious. Just hit them with a little sea salt. We're doing a thick, coarse grind today. And we're gonna let these sweat in for about 45 minutes while we fire up the grill. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute. Gotta get them edges. and come back, hit them with some pepper. Pat that in, get this back side. Gotta get them edges. Season up, we're gonna let them sweat in while we fire up the Primo ceramic grills. All right, y'all, it's time to get this Primo fired up. We're gonna start with a bed of lump charcoal. Keep that bottom vent open all the way up. Come back with our trusty JJ George torch. And get us a nice spot lid. Y'all come back in a minute. Now that this Primo's starting to crank up, let's get our grates on. Now we got this griddle on, let's close the lid. Open the vent, let this thing get nice and ripping hot. We're gonna get these steaks on. All right, y'all, we got this Primo ripping hot. Hit it with some oil. Now we got our oil up, let's get these steaks on. Let them go for a couple minutes, we'll come back and check on them. Gonna flip her over to a new spot. Look at that crust. Let's check on this one, see what the crust is looking like. That'll do right there. That one's good and crusty. Let's work on these edges. We're gonna pull this steak over to the side and get the rest of the sear on this one. Now we got the sear on both these steaks. Let's check them and see where they're sitting. Alright, so they still got a ways to go. I put them on this wire rack. Now they've got a nice sear on them. We're gonna put that back on there and just let them go indirect until they come up to temp. Alright, y'all, these steaks are looking perfect. They're hitting right where we want them to hit. Between 126, 129. We're gonna pull them off and rest them and slice them up. Alright, y'all, this butter's nice and chilled. Let's get in here and cut it up so we can rest these steaks and have us some killer eating. Of course, the one we double tied, that's gonna be the horseradish one. That's mine. Come in here and get this horseradish butter all cut up. Now let's get Mama's butter ready. This is the non-horseradish butter. This is the camera lady's butter. Cut her off a couple pats too. 2 pats on the bottom. Get the camera lady steak on there. Get a little crust. Hit it with that butter. My steak, horseradish butter. Alright, y'all, we're gonna rest these up and we'll come back and slice into them. Alright, y'all, these steaks have rested down. They're looking absolutely delicious. I mean, see that butter melting? But before we dive in, let's recap. Started out with 2 ribeye steaks that were prime. They were over 1 inch thick a piece, that weighed over 1 pound a piece. Season them up with just salt and pepper and let that sweat in for about an hour while we fired up the Primo ceramic grills. But before that, we made 2 different compound butters. It's pretty much the same. The other one had horseradish in it. Got them in the fridge, let them harden up. Once our butter was ready, we got our steaks on. Pulled them about 127. We cooked them on that new grate on the Primo. Once we got our steaks seared off, we pulled them indirect. Pulled them at 127. Rested them up with this butter. Now it's time to dive in. All right, y'all, it's the moment of truth. Let's check these bad boys out. Perfect medium rare. That's the boss ladies and that's mine. Can't leave her out. We got to cut her a piece too. Let's see how we did. I mean, tender is your mother's love. Damn, that's spot on. Let's get some of this butter. Tell you what, you taste that horseradish in that butter. If you like horseradish, this is absolutely amazing. You need to give this a try. But I'll tell you what, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm fixing to go get some of this killer eating. But y'all be sure to find us on all social media networks. Follow us here on YouTube. It really helps us out. Come back next week for another great video. I gotta go. I got a hungry camera lady.